We have such sights to show you. But in space.
18 people on board this ship when it disappeared. I want them all accounted for.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. My name is Scott and I am going to be your host today and every other day as I take you through horror movie reviews and news and anything else in the horror world that I think you'll be interested in. Today I'm taking a look back at Event Horizon. This is one of the most underrated sci-fi horrors of all time. But before I do that, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I release a new video. And yeah, let's get into it. It's effectively this, Hellraiser, in space. That's what Event Horizon is. It has a star-studded cast and honestly is one of my favourite sci-fi horrors ever made. This sits up there with Alien for me because of how well it's delivered. So the Event Horizon was a military-grade ship that was designed to do faster than light travel. And the way they achieved that was not by travelling faster than light, but by the machine or the ship creating a wormhole that it goes through and comes out the other side, jumping millions of light years of space in an instant. This ship disappeared 7 years ago, and all of a sudden it's reappeared with no crew. So a research vessel is sent to go and retrieve it. And this is led by Lawrence Fishburne, who's the captain, and Sam Neill is one of the advisors on the ship. And those two are well, they're kind of both antagonists till the end, and that's when Sam Neill goes a bit wonky, but we'll keep them both as antagonists for now. And they set out to find the ship, which they do, and board it and start to understand what happened to the crew. And this is when they realise that effectively the ship itself is haunted. There's no one on board, but weird things are happening. They're having visions. They're seeing their deepest, darkest fears. And it's very much a nightmare-fueled environment. Think of the recesses of deep space where you feel alone and claustrophobic anyway, and then throw in this paranormal element to it. Makes it even scarier. They do rely on some jump scares in this. One of them is absolutely fantastic, and that's one that happens in they're like data duct tubes, and that happens to Sam Neill, and that one gets me every single time. So what has happened to the Event Horizon in the 7 years it's been gone is basically it has been in hell. And when it's come back, it has brought back some demonic kind of attachment that now wants to take all of the crew. And the way it wants to do that is it wants to convince Sam Neill to be a bad guy and drag the ship back through the wormhole back to hell where it belongs. And honestly, Sam Neill's performance in this is second to none. It is his best performance on screen. Forget Jurassic Park. In this, he goes from being that very knowledgeable, very approachable Dr. Grant style character through to borderline Pinhead himself. Scars and dodgy face makeup to boot. Practical effects in this are off the scale. They are some of the best practical effects work in a movie outside of the 1980s, and I think they really set a benchmark for how good practical effects can be when combined with CGI. However, when they went pure CGI, it wasn't great. Some of it looked okay, and some of it at the time was incredible, but now it's kind of passable. There are a couple of scenes I want to warn you. When you go in, they're very much like, ooh, stuff floating in space. It's that kind of vibe to it. It's almost like someone got a video and then dragged and dropped other bits to float over the screen. It doesn't look very good. But if you can get past that, the actual overarching story of these crew members being slowly terrorized by an unseen force, but using things that have happened to them in their lives as ways of tormenting them, is very, very intriguing. It's almost like you go to hell, you get punished with the things you hate and the things you're scared of the most. That's what this ship does to each of the individual crew members. So, for example, Lawrence Fishburne, who's also excellent in this, one of the people he was served with in the army burnt alive, and he basically left him. He couldn't help him. And it gives him a vision of that happening again, and Lawrence Fishburne has to relive it. And this happens to all of the crew members, and it leads to the final showdown between Lawrence Fishburne and Sam Neill, which is out of this world, minus the line ripped from Back to the Future. Where we're going, we don't need roads. No, where we're going, we don't need anything. Like it's so ripped off, but it works well. It's very, very creepy. I'll play the actual line because I'll be honest, I forgot what it was, but I'm going to play it. This is it.
Where we're going, We won't need eyes to see.
Yeah, see, that's what he said. See what I mean? The link with Back to the Future. Anyway, I love this film. I think a lot of you will love this film, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who still haven't seen it. So if you haven't seen it, add it to your watch list. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I drop new videos. Until next time, watch Event Horizon, and I've shown you such sights. Now go and see it yourself. Yeah, that was cheesy. All right, bye. See you later, guys.